I'm back with more DIY bodyworks and wellness tips, and as always I love to feature my publication I Touch Myself and I Like It. It is a DIY self-massage, acupressure, reflexology, and Wealth-flex-ology journal recorder. And in this video I'm actually going to be doing some foot massage, and so I have this oil. It's actually ginger oil, and I'm going to be putting some of that on my foot. This is a very good oil to use, especially if you practice reflexology and you're doing reflexology on clients. This is a very, very good one. It's what I use. And as I mentioned, when I feature products, I'm not trying to promote a particular product. I just am showing you what I use and what's worked for me, and also what seems to work well, for others. So I'm just going to do some basic massage techniques, and I'm just starting at the ball of my foot. And the ball of my foot has really been calling for some attention, so I'm just going to spend some time there. Normally when I'm doing a demonstration or so, or just working on someone in general, even myself, I like to do just a basic rub over the entire foot, and then to see if there's a particular area that is calling me. And during this time, the ball of my foot, is wanting some attention. So while I'm here, I'm just going to share a little bit with you about, even from the reflexology aspect, what's, in this area. So without getting too technical and breaking off into an actual lesson, if you ever experience, let's say, constipation or bowel, discomfort or so, your intestines are in this area and bladder. And so if you just work this area here and just do kind of some dot to dot, in a sense, then yeah, that would definitely help you to have some relief. Now, I'm actually not experiencing any discomforts of that, of that sort, but it just could be that the ball of my foot just, needs some attention just from circulation, or actually to help me get out ahead, of having any track discomfort or so. So yeah, so I've spent a little time there, and now I'm going to be just working just in the areas that I'm feeling guided to be present with. So right in here is the adrenal area for the adrenal reflex, and it's tender here. So I'm actually going to just spend time, doing some massage, and then the kidney is a little bit down and closer to, midway. And so I'm actually going to do a few little hooks there. Yeah, here I am trying to just do a basic foot massage, and I'm breaking off into teaching reflexology. You kind of can't help it. They go hand in hand, One of the things that most aren't aware of, and even some who have practiced, self-massage, and I'm certified in that area as well, but they don't realize that they actually are doing reflexology on their clients. And so some of those, like I said, who've been to massage school or have gotten certifications in that, some of the classes or so don't necessarily teach that you actually are touching reflexology points, but you actually are. And I just find that it just all goes together, because what I've learned, even being certified in reflexology and acupuncture, acupressure, and massage, they all overlap, in a lot of what they teach. So I'm just spending time here because yeah, it actually is tender here, and so yeah, so that's the thing. Just give your foot, like I said, some love. Do just basic, rubbing or so, but it is good to be aware that you actually are doing some, reflexology, on yourself. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time over here, and this is kind of the lung area. So I'm going to do some dot to dot, here, as I am, doing the massage as well. Actually, I'll give over here some love to my thymus gland, and this massage for my neck. And then if any of you have sinus issues, you can do some rubbing on the pads of your toes. And I know some of you thinking like, I thought you were just going to show us just how to do massage. Here you are talking about reflexology, and it's like, we're not trying to learn that part right now, you know. Well, some may be interested in that, but yeah. So I'm just doing, like I said, some rubbing here. In this section is the eyes from the Reflexology, and you can do some rubbing in there. Again, as I mentioned, that the self-massage and if you're doing DIY body work, all these things, they really have a divine overlap, because it's a matter of rubbing the areas, putting a certain amount of pressure, you know, on those. So whether it is the acupressure or the reflexology aspect, you can just incorporate this in, yeah, within the DIY body work. So yeah, so I'm just, you know, going over my foot to the front here, and I'm kind of doing this in a more accelerated way because I have a meeting coming up, and so I'm making sure that I'm getting some self-care in and some self-pampering in, you know, before the meeting. I can always come back and spend more time and be more intentional in terms of doing this in a more slower, you know, process. But of course, I'm just demonstrating this, you know, for you all right now as well. So yeah, just rub over your whole foot. Like I said, you're not here to be a licensed massage therapist, you know, on yourself, you know, or anything. So don't be overly concerned. One of the things I love to do about bringing these types of videos and these tips is to take the intimidation out of the process. The goal is that, you know, you need to focus on your highest well-being and be able to use the power of your touch to be able to stimulate and bring forth optimum wellness for yourself. So yeah, so I just wanted to be able to just share a little bit of this, you know, with you today. Just touch yourself in the most divine ways to bring about divine healing. So I'm going to show again the oil that I'm using. And then again, I Touch Myself and I Like It can be found on Amazon, but there will be a link within the description of this video for you to secure a copy.